Carlos Munoz won the Auto Club Speedway Foundation 100 Firestone Indy Lights race. Stay tuned for remarks from him, third place finisher Esteban Guerrieri, points leader Tristan Vautier, and his team owner Sam Schmidt.
We did a lot of podiums. And well, obviously we didn't lose the championship here. We were not quick enough in the last 2-3 races, which we lost a couple of points there. And we came here and we thought that the track was going to be harder on the tires. They were not, so it was quite surprisingly. Then I just tried to set my tires in the beginning, but it was not worth it, because in the end, when I started to push, I was flat out all the way. I tried to catch the guys. I thought I had a chance when I overtook Tristan, and I was kind of there catching them a little bit. But then they started to pull away. I was doing everything I could, just flat out, and they had a better car than us, definitely. So congrats to Andretti, but big congrats to my team, because in the end I'm part of Sam Schmidt. So they did an excellent job. They did a 1-2 in the championship, and they won 3 in a row. So big congrats to my team. I'm proud to be part of this. But as I said, it's one that's going to be hard to digest, because I really felt confident for the championship win, but that's how it is. And to end up, congrats to Tristan. He's not here, but he has done a fantastic job, a very tough teammate, and if there was one that deserved it, other than me, then for sure was him, because I tried to do everything I could, and if I wasn't winning it, he was the one that should have done it. So he did a very good job, and that's it. That's how we end the season, and hopefully now we have to look forward. It's time to work hard out of the car and try to raise some money and get attention from IndyCar teams. Obviously, win a championship is important, but it's not everything. And now all we can do is swallow this one and then go for the next one. For next year, and start to work from now. And as I said, hopefully we are there, and we see you in IndyCar next year.
Great. We'll go ahead and open up for questions. Yes.
Carlos, yesterday you said when Sebastian took the pole that you were a little bit sad. How much does this make up for today? Because you said you had led correctly the whole session.
Yeah, when I say was sad, it just was really sad, because it always is nice to make the pole position. But I knew it's oval races, everything can happen. Yesterday in the second free practice, I was not feeling really good with the car, with some traffic, so we worked a lot yesterday night with my engineer. And just today, I have a fantastic car all over the race. The 50 laps, I have a incredible car. I think I've never seen an Indy Lights driver in the oval just pull away in this kind of oval. So it was great, and now I'm pretty happy. And of course, doing the session in the first place.
And how many different lines could you take through the race?
It was pulling out in the beginning. I was the inside line, qualifying. Then I was pulling away, and I knew I had to save some tires, so I was running really high just to save tires and to keep my speed up. And in the end, it was close, for sure. The second, Ostrella was catching up by lap, of course, but in the end, we won, and that's nice.
Thank you.
Joe?
Esteban, you're obviously disappointed, but looking back at the season now that it's completed, is there any one moment you look back at and wish you could do it over again, that it would maybe have a different outcome on your season in the championship?
Yeah, I think the last 2 races. I think in Three Rivers and Baltimore we should have been a little bit better in race pace, and we were not up there. I tried just to reduce damage, as you say. If we were not quick, just try to get the points you can. And at this time, Tristan won both races, so that wasn't great. I think all the other races we played out quite well. We were right up there. Maybe Detroit, we were not quick, but we were not fast as a team. Not just me. And but yeah, I think just have gone another way with the setup at the last 2 races, which we were confident on one way that we did last year, and it didn't pay off. So yeah, that was it. I think those 2 they were the bad ones.
And by our 2012 Firestone Indy Lights champion, Tristan Vautier. Tristan's stats this season include 5 poles, 4 wins, 7 podium finishes, 315 laps led, and he also won the Firestone Indy Lights Rookie of the Year title. Tristan is coming off of consecutive championship winning seasons, having won the 2011 Star Mazda Championship last year in 2011, and was the recipient of the Mazda Road to Indy Scholarship to graduate to Firestone Indy Lights, as he will be awarded this year to move up to the IZOD IndyCar Series in 2013. Tristan, congratulations. Talk about how much this championship means to you.
Thank you. Yeah, it means a lot, definitely, especially after having won the Star Mazda Championship last year. I'm very happy. It was a hell of a season. It was hard work out there because it was not the kind of season where you take the lead at the start of the year and then manage it. We had a few bumps on the road, especially at the NF in Toronto that hurt us big time in the points. So from then we really had to keep our heads down and make sure we were winning enough races to take the lead back. And we managed to do it, winning Ferrari here in Baltimore, and then we arrived here with a very little margin, but it allowed us to be able to manage this race. It was a tough day today, very hard to manage tire degradation. I struggled with my front tires at the end of the race, and from then I saw that Esteban was going to struggle to win the race, so I just had to manage fourth position, and I decided to try and drive smart and do what I needed to win the championship, but not be too greedy and throw it away by a silly mistake. So I really tried to keep cool, and it worked. Very thankful to my team, Schmidt Motorsports. They did a hell of a job all year. Always gave me a great car, but they were as well very good at teaching me how to get up to speed with this car, and I cannot be thankful enough to them, but also to Mazda and their involvement in the Mazda Road to Indy ladder, because I would not have been in this seat this season without the scholarship I got from Star Mazda. So a big thanks to them. It's a really a great ladder system, and I came over to USA for that, and here I am now. I hope I can make the next step, but it's already been great 3 years in USA. I'm glad I came over, and hopefully next year we'll be able to make the other step. It's going to be a tough one, but we're going to work hard to try and make it happen.
Thank you. We'll go ahead and open up for questions. Reese.
How challenging was the heat today?
It was alright actually. In the car, running at these speeds, there was actually quite a lot of air in the car. The air was not too humid as well, which was making it easier for breathing compared to places like Toronto or Ferrari, even Baltimore. So I was expecting it to be harder. It was okay actually. It was making it hard to manage the car though, because obviously with the heat the cars were creating less downforce, and the tires were sliding more. So even though Firestone gives us amazing tires, the end of the race was trickier, and that was due to the heat. So I'd say that was the biggest influence that the heat had today in the race.
Joe?
Talk about the pressure of being on a one-year scholarship and knowing that if you don't win this championship and move up, that you've got to go to a plan B and figure out what you're going to do next year.
Obviously you always have pressure, but if it's a scholarship or something else, I think whether it's a scholarship or something else in motorsports, you always have to win, and yeah, if not, you have to find a plan B, and it's pretty tough sometimes. So I had a lot of pressure, but I always had pressure throughout my career. I've always, I've never had the biggest budgets behind me, so I've always had to score results to make sure I would move up the ladder. So I knew this pressure. I think Star Mazda was a lot of pressure last year as well, and it was a good experience to be able to handle it this year also. So it was tough, but I was used to it, and in motorsports you always have pressure even when you're at a higher level. You know, as soon as you don't perform, it's hard to stay in the industry. So you always gotta shine, and I knew it. So it was okay to handle.
Other questions? Tristan, I guess I'll ask you, when you won the Star Mazda Championship and kind of had a little bit of a selection moving into Firestone Indy Lights of what team you wanted to go to, obviously you picked a very strong team. Talk a little bit more about how thankful you are to Sam Schmidt Motorsports and what they've done to your career so far.
Well, first off, I chose Sam Schmidt Motorsports based on their past in the series. They have great records. So. You know, there is other very strong teams, Andretti, AFS, Team Moore, and I mean, all the teams at this level are very good, but you know, Sam Schmidt was kind of a no-brainer. You knew that going there, you could not have any regrets if things were not working out, and I knew as well that if I was doing the job, things would work out. So it was not a very tough decision. You know, Sam has been great to me, made me great offers for this year, and they've just been good. They've taught me a lot this year. Being part of such an organization with the IndyCar team is great as well to learn, because Sam always makes sure that we can always get maximum information from the IndyCar team. And learn as much as we can, and it's been good. I feel like between the start of the season in January and now, I've learned so much thanks to that great organization that I'm glad I made that choice.
Thank you, and we're also pleased to be joined by Firestone Indy Lights championship-winning team owner Sam Schmidt. This is Sam's 6th Firestone Indy Lights title and 3rd consecutive title. Drivers that have won the title for Sam include Joseph Newgarden, J.K. Vernay, Iago Madeiros, Jay Howard, Alex Lloyd, and of course now Tristan Vautier. Sam's drivers have amassed 53 wins with 55 poles. Sam, talk about another wonderful championship-winning season, and wrapping up here with Tristan Vautier.
Well, not really sure where to start, but this story started, I think, exactly 1 year ago when Tristan came to me and said, look, you know, I have not been able to raise a lot of money for Indy Lights, and I need you to tell me and give me your advice as to whether I should do Indy Lights or Star Mazda. And I said unequivocally, same thing you tell a 14-year-old Joe Carter or Tristan in that situation, race where you can win, race where you can dominate, and you know, with the Mazda Road to Indy Scholarship, it was a pretty easy decision for him to go back to Mazda and, you know, compete there for the championship, and then it's, you know, it's a no-brainer to step up with, you know, with the scholarship. So I knew then it would happen just like this, that you would have no problem winning. Just kidding. But no, we had all the confidence in the world, especially after we tested Tristan, and we, you know, but the reality is we have a lot of good guys and a lot of good drivers, and you know, he definitely beat one of the best in this championship with Esteban Guerrieri and all of his experience in Europe. I also want to give a huge thank you to Chris Griffiths, even though he's no longer here with us. This time last year, we won the championship, but you know, Chris had just passed away a month earlier, and his, you know, his footprint was still all over us. Now he's been gone for a year, and you know, his footprint is still all over us. We've got a phenomenal group of people on the Indy Lights team that he hand-selected over the years, and I think that's really the tribute to, you know, a pure rookie being able to come here and win the championship, as well as I think all 4 cars finishing the top 6 or 7 in points. So I'm obviously not doing it, but we do have a knack for attracting really good talent, and you know, Tristan's just an example of that. So thanks to him, you know, fantastic job the last half of the season, especially in a dogfight. It was certainly nice to me to come out here today and not have to worry about the championship, but you know, just worry about settling it. So it's all good.
Thank you. Questions for Sam?
Sam, if you could address just the tremendous success you've had in the Indy Lights series and also the outstanding season you've had in IndyCar. You know, right, you've been a great evaluator of talent. Just talk a little bit about how well things are going for the whole overall program.
Well, it's been almost like a dream. We had to make a lot of changes this time last year, which nobody ever saw, which meant bringing the entire IndyCar program and an additional 22 employees into the same building as the Indy Lights program. That took a lot of patience on a lot of people's part. Rob Edwards subsequently has done a great job making sure that nobody would kill each other, and it's actually worked out really good from a lot of reasons. Not only the obvious economies of scale, but from a testing and an engineering and a development standpoint,